All right, so this is video number 2. Let's review. Today we are going to focus on identifying key details. One of our biggest struggles is distinguishing between important and figuring out what is an unimportant detail. So let's remember these few things while we're trying to figure out our key details in the story, The Open Road. Begin with the title. Remember, our title is always a good clue to identify our key details and help us figure out the main idea of our story. Jot down words and phrases that seem important as you read, and we do that as we annotate. We want to focus on the big picture, not the little details or just one single paragraph. We want to focus on the story as a whole. Think of the information you would need to retell the story to a friend. Remember, when you're figuring out the main idea, those are things that you would retell to a friend, the most important parts. So let's take a look at our story. What key detail can I find in paragraph 1? We're going to take a look at paragraph 1 together, and then you're going to continue reading and annotating the open road for key events. So let's take a look. The title of our story is The Open Road. Notice that I already annotated the word road because it's going to give me clues to figure out what key details I'm looking for and also my main idea. My author is Monica Halpern. Paragraph 1. The first automobiles appeared in the 1890s. This first sentence really isn't talking about roads, it's mentioning automobiles, so I'm going to continue reading. Powered by an electric motor instead of horses, they were called horseless carriages. Again, not talking about roads, just talking about horseless carriages. At that time, there were only 144 miles of paved roads in the nation. This sentence begins to talk about roads. I think I found our first key detail, so I went ahead and I underlined that. At that time, there were only 144 miles of paved roads in the nation. Notice the two pictures below. The one on the left-hand side is a picture of an unpaved road. It's muddy and it's dirty and it's oftentimes rough to drive on. But the one on the right is a paved road. You can see that it's a more smooth surface. So that's what they mean by paved roads. Let's continue reading. When people went for a drive, cars bounced along dirt tracks. Dust flew into their eyes and mud splattered their clothes. These last two sentences are giving us smaller details, nothing that is a key detail. And remember, we're focusing on roads. So as you continue reading The Open Road, I want you to annotate and find any other key details about roads. So pause your video, open up your Google Classroom. In there, you will have your Unit 7 ebook. So remember, it's on an ebook now, and you don't have it physically in front of you. It's titled Unit 7 ebook. Come back to me when you're done. Okay, now that you've read The Open Road and you've annotated your key details, take a look at my chart. Some things you should have annotated was in paragraph 1, which we did together. Take a look at the second, third, and fourth key detail that I annotated. One of them is about Henry Ford's Model T Ford helped change transportation by making cars available to more people. The 1916 Federal Aid Road Act helped states build two-lane interstate highways. And then the last one, Route 66 was one of the first good roads in paragraph 5. Now you're going to figure out the main idea and answer the exit ticket. Remember, when you're figuring out the main idea, think about the title, Open Road. I know my main idea has something to do with roads. Next, I need to look at the key events that I listed above. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. Fill out your exit ticket and then hit the Turn In button.